Hey guys, it's Kay. I hope you're all well. Now if you're anything like me, you've got tons of remotes lying around the house, and finding the right one at the right time for the right device is a pain in the behind. Now One for All is putting an end to that worldwide problem with the introduction of their Smart Streamer remote. So what this actually does is replace the remote control for your TV and up to 5 devices that are connected to that TV, which can include a streaming device like a Fire TV or a Roku, soundbar, set-top box, and a Blu-ray/DVD player. And you can assign these devices to activities which can be mapped to a button on the remote, so effectively you can turn these devices on or off with one button. You can create shortcuts to your favorite apps so you get quick one-button access to them, and to top it all off you can even create macros. So in this video I'm going to find out just how smart this remote is. I'm going to be setting up multiple devices on this remote, together with macros and shortcuts, which will get you to your favorite apps on your device at the press of a button. So let's find out if this remote does in fact live up to its name. Now in the box you're going to get this quick startup guide, which basically tells you need to download an app which enables you to install your device codes onto your remote control. And they've made it easy for us. All we need to do is scan the barcode, which will give you 2 links to the Android App Store and the Google Play Store. Now I'm installing it onto an Android phone, so I just install it from the Google Play Store. Now once that's done, before we use the app we need to install some batteries into the remote control, and it takes AAAs. Using the app is pretty intuitive. Using it for the first time you need to allow permissions to access your device's location, and also it'll ask you to turn on your Bluetooth if you haven't already done so. Then you're guided through the installation process with the help of an AI bot. Give it a moment while it scans for your devices, and then you're presented with the home screen. You will then be guided through setting up the remote, which involves selecting the correct remote you have, pressing the OK button on the remote for 3 seconds to get it in pairing mode, and then the app will automatically search for the remote control, which can take up to 30 seconds. Now sometimes this might not come through straight away, so you have to try again. So mine connected on the second go. You'll then get this new submenu where you can watch the welcome video, or get straight to it and add your TV to the remote. You can also view your devices you've got connected to the remote, view and edit your app shortcuts, get help, and add another remote. But what I'm going to do first, and what is recommended, is add my TV. Give it a moment and it'll come up with a new submenu, and from here you just select the brand of your TV. Mine's a Sony, so I just scroll across and select. It'll then guide you through testing one of 3 codes, each time asking you to press some buttons on the remote to make sure it's working with your TV. And if it does work you can respond with key works, or if it doesn't, test 2 of 3 codes. Now mine didn't work, so I pressed test 2 of 3 codes, and again it asked me to press the buttons on the remote to make sure it was working, and this time it did work, so I pressed on key works. You'll then be asked what you want to do next. You can add more devices or go to the home screen. I clicked on home and I'm back to the home screen, which is the top menu level and where you can watch the intro video. Now the other thing I want to show you on this remote is these 3 favorites buttons. You can assign 3 of your favorite apps on your smart TV to these buttons and thus get quick access to them whenever you want. So I've just selected the app shortcut option, select setup app keys, and the activity you want to select is your TV. Press the TV on the remote, select I did, confirm the TV switched on. You'll then get the option to select the button you want to assign the shortcut to. Now there are 3 buttons you can assign to shortcuts, and I'm going to select this first one, which looks like an arrow. You'll then get options to select the applications you want to assign to that button. Now the first option is to actually create a macro if the app's not listed here, but the one I have in mind is actually listed here and it's YouTube. But let's take a quick look and see what else is available. So Netflix, of course, Disney, Prime, Music, Google Assistant, My Video, Hulu, My Brava, and some other ones which I haven't heard of. So not really a lot there, but you have got the option to create that live macro. Okay, back to selecting YouTube for this button. Give it a moment and you should get the following message pop up. So it's ready for you to test the button, which I'm going to do now. So I'm selecting the red arrow button, and straight away it switches on the TV and it goes straight to the Google app and opens it up. Pretty impressive. Now the other thing I want to do is add my soundbar to the remote, and it's basically a similar process to adding the TV. Select my devices in the app, scroll across to audio devices, select it, and then scroll across until you see your device's brand name. And as you can see there's all the major brands here. Now mine's LG, so I'm going to select LG. And then you just go through the similar process as you did when you set up the TV, and that is testing the buttons on the remote and seeing if they actually control the device. Now if you want to set it up so that your TV and your soundbar turn on at the touch of one button on the remote, you're going to have to create an activity which references both the TV and the soundbar. and then this activity in turn is assigned to a button. There's 3 activity buttons you can use on the remote. Setting up activities is pretty straightforward. Just select activities in the app, and then you just need to choose out of the 3 buttons you're going to use. And for this demo, I'm going to use the last one, which is the set-top box one, and then select the device you want to control when pressing the button. Now as default, it adds all the devices, and all you need to do is remove the ones you don't want when you press the button. And it is just as simple as that, guys. So let's do a quick unboxing. On the back of the box, you're going to get a quick run through of what the remote can do and what it's compatible with. Inside we get the remote, which is packaged up nicely. We get some quick start instructions on the outside, which you can just peel off, and underneath we get the manual, which tells you everything you need to know at a glance. Information about all the buttons, it's all there. Okay, the remote comes nicely packaged in some eco packaging. You've got all your regular buttons, you've got your input select, there's a button to turn on the lights for the remote so you can use it in the dark. Power on and off, you've got your activities button below there, you've got your D-pad and enter button, back button, home, and you've got your regular volume, mute and channel buttons. Below those you've got your shortcut app buttons. Below that you've got your media buttons, which also double as numeric buttons. And lastly, the remote takes 2 AAA batteries, which you have to provide yourself as there's none in the box. And that's about it, guys, the One for All Smart Streamer. It's a great addition to your TV and home media setup, and gives you more than enough options to control devices attached to your TV, doing away with the clutter of remotes you normally have lying around your house.